During the course of 2017, Armstrong Powerhouse released 3 enhancement packs for the Class 43 high-speed train. These packs were conceived to cater for 3 different types of engines used by power cars in mainline service. The base pricing is as follows: $11.99 for the Valenta and MTU packs and $9.99 for the VP 185 pack. All 3 packs require the European Community Asset Pack. West Coast Mainline Nova Shap is also required for buffered variants to be visible. The Class 43s were built by British Rail Engineering Limited between 1975 and 1982. A total of 197 power cars were built, and each train set is formed by having a power car placed at either end of a rake consisting of Mark III coaching stock. The western region of BR was the first area to receive HSTs, replacing many conventional locomotive-hauled trains from London Paddington to Devon and Cornwall, as well as to South Wales. The East Coast Main Line then followed, allowing for the Class 55 Deltic locomotives to be replaced on services from London King's Cross to York, Newcastle and Edinburgh. Interestingly, a small number of power cars were modified to act as surrogate driving van trailers for the Class 91 electric locomotives. This was because of delays to the introduction of the Mark IV stock during the early 1990s. These can easily be identified by the buffers. The Midlands region was the last area to receive new HSTs. Midland mainline services operate out of London St Pancras towards Leicester, Derby, Sheffield and Nottingham. Whilst the HSTs only ever get up to 110 miles an hour on this line, they still offered time savings over the trains they replaced. During their operational lifetime, the HSTs have also put in numerous appearances on many cross-country workings. Since introduction, the HSTs were fitted with a 12-cylinder Paxman Valenta diesel engine. The engine ran at 1,500 RPM and produced 2,250 brake horsepower. This enabled the HSTs to run at a maximum service speed of 125 miles an hour. The Valenta engines were not only defined by their iconic screaming sound, but also the amount of smoke that could be seen billowing out from the exhausts. Eventually, it was decided to replace the engines with brand new models in order to extend the operational life of the HSTs. In 2005, HSTs that worked over the Great Western Main Line were re-engined with MTU V164,000 engines. The new engines were cleaner, quieter, more reliable and fuel efficient. Following the successful re-engineering programme, HSTs on the East Coast Main Line and cross-country services followed suit. Network Rail's measurement train, also known as the Flying Banana, has also been fitted with an MTU. In the Midlands, however, the HSTs were fitted with VP 185 engines, and yes, VP stands for Valenta Paxman. It's worth noting that Merley's engines were once trialled on a handful of power cars, but these proved to be unreliable. Since the power cars were re-engined, no HSTs remain in service with original engines. Armstrong Powerhouse were however able to access the prototype Class 41 power car, which had a Valenta engine fitted whilst in preservation with the 125 group for the National Railway Museum. The HSTs quickly became an icon on the railways, even amongst non-enthusiasts, because they offered a higher level of comfort and a reduction in journey times. At the time of writing, however, a large number of HSTs have now been retired from service. A range of Hitachi bimode multiple units have since replaced HSTs on Great Western Railway's long-distance services. However, 11 have been retained and short-formed for use on Cardiff to Penzance services. 27 former GWR HSTs have also been short-formed and transferred to ScotRail for use on services from Glasgow and Edinburgh to Aberdeen and Inverness. On the East Coast Main Line, London North Eastern Railway have also introduced a Hitachi family as replacements for both the HSTs and Class 91s. It is proposed that a further order of Hitachi bi-mode stock will also replace the HSTs on the Midlands Main Line. Now retired from service, 43002 is preserved in the National Railway Museum at York. All three packs come bundled with the liveries that HSTs have worn in revenue-earning service. The Valenta packs feature British Rail Blue, Intercity Executive, Intercity Swallow, GNER, Great Western, First Great Western, Midland Main Line, Red and Black, Grand Central and Network Rail. The MTU pack features liveries from Cross Country, East Coast, GWR and National Express East Coast. The VP185 pack features the East Midlands Trains livery, which is exclusive to this pack. Common features across all three packs include an advanced startup procedure, which involves turning the master key, acknowledging the automatic warning system, and setting up the train's headlights, which are controlled independently. Functioning driver reminder appliance, driver safety device, and electric train heating also feature. Both the Valenta and VP185 packs also feature the clag factor, where you can customise the exhaust effects on a scale between 1 and 10. As the MTU is the most economical, the exhaust effects are randomised each time the train is loaded in. The driving physics have also been updated so that the train behaves more like the real thing. To add to the challenge, the packs feature wheel slip protection. There's also a couple of seconds lag when applying power, so you'll need to plan just a bit more ahead when driving. The automatic train protection system also features. It monitors signals and speed limits. However, due to the inconsistent behaviour of signals in Train Simulator, AP have not been able to simulate the signal monitoring aspect, and as a result, the ATP can be used on any route. It's worth noting that the ATP was set to become a standard feature of Britain's railways. Due to its high cost, however, in reality, it was only ever installed on the Paddington to Bristol section of the Great Western Main Line, and also between London Marylebone and Aylesbury. 3 scenarios are contained in each pack. The Valenta pack features scenarios for the Riviera line between Exeter and Paignton, whilst the VP185 pack features scenarios for the Midland Main Line London to Bedford route. There is an elephant in the room, however, because at the time the MTU pack was released, it came bundled with scenarios for the Bristol to Swansea route, which at the time of writing has unfortunately been removed from Steam as of April 2020. It remains unclear as to whether or not Dovetail Games will re-release the route, and for the time being, Armstrong Powerhouse is still selling this pack with scenarios for the discontinued route, which is great if you purchase the route before its withdrawal, but not so great if you didn't get a chance to grab it. Maybe this is something for Armstrong Powerhouse to look into if it is viable. That being said, however, there should still be some freeware scenarios available for the routes that currently utilise the MTU HSTs, such as the Riviera line on Steam or the Western Main lines from Just Trains. Overlooking these scenarios, there is no doubt that these packs offer substantial improvements and breathe new life into the model, which has been around since the early days of Rail Simulator. Yes, it really is that old. Overall, the sounds have been well translated, and the updated physics make it feel even more satisfying to take the controls of such an icon. Thanks for watching this review. Please feel free to share, rate and comment. If you would like to keep up to date, why not subscribe and turn on notifications? You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching and take care.